Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. My name is Patrick. Let's watch some planes. How about that? So this is Coletta Air. I believe it's heading off to Sydney. It's running about a half an hour late, which is good for us because that means we can see its departure. I'm a little bit discombobulated this morning. I rearranged the truck last night and moved some stuff around. So if you're not familiar, this is your first time here, I stream out of the back of a pickup truck with most of the stuff permanently on the truck, so I don't have to do a lot of setup and tear down. But I moved some stuff around to try to make it easier when we do the shows that I change locations. So on Saturdays, as many of you are aware, I change locations about halfway through the show. And to make that easier, I moved some stuff around, and now I'm keep looking in the wrong place. Good morning, Ms. Wolves, Sydney. Thanks both for being here. Yeah, we got Ron in the house and Scott. Hello, Christine. We got Eham Feed in the house. Good to see you all this morning. We got a Brandon Rabbit sighting. Hopefully he's feeling better today. Good morning, Alan. Keith, good to see you all here. So I didn't really move stuff that much. I moved it about 2 feet. So I'll show you. So basically, I moved the stuff from right here, right about here, to back here. So on the Saturday shows, I can put the tripod here instead of here. But now, every time I turn, I'm looking right here instead of right here where the monitor is. So it's a little discombobulating, but I'll get used to it in 6 or 8 months. Hello, Brad. Good to see you. Luckily, it's not very windy today. You can see the windsock is very droopy today. Very droopy today, which is really good because I forgot. Like I said, I was rearranging the truck, and I usually have some stabilizers that I put under the truck to keep it from rocking around when I move around, and I left those at home. I forgot to put them back in the truck, so we'll see how that goes today. At least it's not very windy. Hello, Robbie. So right off the bat, I'd like to thank our good friend Kelvin Higa, who stopped by just before we went live. He stopped by the truck to say hello, and he dropped off a big pile of goodies. He dropped off some water and some Powerade and some, most importantly, Pop-Tarts. So thank you very much. I think he's down at the Lagoon Drive parking lot now, watching some planes. Yeah, CFI. I caught that. One of my local plane spotter friends sent me a message a little bit ago, and I caught it just before it disappeared off flight radar. It looks like it'll be here in about 3 hours, as you said. So we're hoping, and honestly, that's why we're up at this side of the runway. That's the 100% of the reason we're over here today, because hopefully we'll see that come in today. One came in yesterday. Unfortunately, I had a meeting yesterday morning at 9 that ran till 10:30, and I didn't get over here to see it, but one came in yesterday as well. I don't think that left, so I think there's one here now, but I cannot confirm that. I didn't hear of it leaving, but I don't know. Oh, interesting, Keith. That's cool. Oh, you think it's out of here, Corey? Did leave last night. Ah, that's a bummer. Don't they know they're supposed to wait till I go live to leave? Okay, I'll admit it's not 100% of the reason we're up here tonight. I went down to the other parking lot first, and there was a bunch of people they were having a freaking picnic. They had their radio blasting, and they didn't look like they were leaving anytime soon. So I didn't want to get caught in their music situation. But that was only like 1% of the reason. 99% of the reason is because I wanted to hopefully, probably, maybe catch that U-2. So that Coletta will disappear behind the trees over there. And we'll see it departing from the reef runway here in just a few minutes. Yeah, the audacity of them not to invite me. That's an interesting theory, Brad, but I'm pretty sure I could think of a few things that you would never get used to. But I just have a wild imagination, I guess. So our first arrival on 8 left is going to be Aloha Air Cargo. It is currently on a very short final. It's coming in from Lehue. Should be, there it is. So the bad thing is that U-2, at the speed and heading it was at earlier, should be here right around 10 o'clock. And I gotta, as most of you know, I got a hard out of like 9:45. So hopefully it speeds up a little. Do-do-do. So I'm trying something out today. We're going to try something out today. If I could ask somebody out there is watching that is not a subscriber. Hey, Scott made it. All right. Good to have you here. Scott's been a busy little beaver the last few days and missed the shows. So someone who is not a subscriber, could you hit that subscribe button for me? I want to try something out. Someone who's not a subscriber, just click on that subscribe button. You don't have to subscribe forever. You can unclick it later. I'm trying something out. Good morning, Robert. See, the weird thing is if it doesn't work. How's it going? Good. Yeah. Pardon me? There's a 747 about to leave off the reef runway right now. So, take care. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Something worked. Ta-da! Okay. So now we just gotta see if did the subscribe one work? I was talking to the sheriff there for a second. Ah, see? It's working. That was a good looking departure, wasn't it? I like those Colettas. They might be my favorite queens. Your good friend Scott has made it today. He's left me a few super thanks on the video replays, and so now he gets to give $2 super chat in person. It's awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Alright, so we also, it's in a Queen-filled morning. Look at this. We have a Queen come in as well. It's coming in from Louisville. This is UPS 32. It is on the downwind now, but I do not see it. It's up there somewhere. I just, it's a very bright, beautiful blue sky this morning, and I can't pick it out up there. I need to make that that graphic again. When I came back from Dallas, I I accidentally deleted that graphic. I need to remake that. The people streamer. So this 717 here is coming in from Lehue. What is that? Yes, Robert, there should be one that should be around 8:15 or so. If my memory is correct, which usually it isn't, I believe it's 8:15 today. Let's see here. Where's that? There it is. So it should be the green one this morning. And it is 8:05 today. It was sped up a little since I checked. 8:05. So about an hour. We also should have a couple of cool ones around that time. The Melbourne Qantas flight is going to be the One World livery today. And the Lilo and Stitch 330 is scheduled to leave for Jen's favorite flight. So Vegas and Stitch today in about an hour or so. Oh, see, perfect timing. Hello, Jen. Our good friend Robert Krover says, aloha from Germany to all. Well, is it? I hope I don't get this right. Guten Tag? Guten Tag? Is that what it is? I barely know English, so if I get German wrong, I'm sorry. Guten Tag? It's a 717 over for 5 months. Thank you very much. The UPS is on final. This one's going out. Well, it's a very long final, but he just, they said he's going to try for echo. It must be really light. This one is coming in from Lehui as well as the last one. And then the UPS Queen should be the next one in. So we're going to have comings and goings of Queens. And that Delta behind is going to head out to the reef runway. All right. I got something right. I wonder if I get a certificate from O'Malley for that. Oh, 2 of them. Wow. Thanks, EM. Hopefully they both get here before 10 o'clock. Oh, thanks, Robert. This right here is Zip Air. It's a Dreamliner. I think it's an 8, right? An 8? Yes, it is. This usually has a pretty quick turnaround, so we might actually see this depart today. Yeah, Robert, because of the time zone, I think is we're very favorable to that part of the world. Um, 'Cause it's what time is it there? About it's about 12 hours, right? Oh shoot, it's about 12 hours, right? This Hawaiian here is coming in from Singapore. As I think this is the longest Hawaiian flight out there. I think. I'm almost positive. Never commit fully 100%. That's my motto. But I think it's the longest Hawaiian flight out there. It's just around 12 and a half hours, if my memory serves me correctly. And I think the one from here to Boston's a little shorter. But this one is a weird one. It's not a all the time flight. I don't remember the reason this went to Singapore. I really don't. But it's been to Singapore before. But it's not a normal flight. So it's not the longest normal flight. I want to make that clear. I believe if I'm trying to remember why the last time it went to Singapore was, um, it might be a charter flight. If somebody's got to know in the thing, but I remember it going to Singapore before, and I thought it was a, um, I thought it was a charter flight for some reason. But my memory is escaping me right now, so Um, but that's but anyway, it's the longest flight Hawaiian has made. Their longest regular service is to Boston. And that's also the longest domestic U.S. domestic flight. Robert, that's when one entity buys out the entire plane. So most commonly, it's sports charters where a team will uh, make a deal with an airline to take the team to a city for a game. Uh, but there's also charters for all other types of events. If you have enough people, you could buy out the whole plane and make arrangements to send it anywhere. But most commonly, it's in the I don't know what to say. Most commonly you'll see them in sports teams where sports teams have a arrangement with an airline to take their team to games. Yeah, we get a lot of military charters here with Atlas and like this one here, Omni. Some of those Hawaiians, they go straight over my head, and it's hard to follow them all the way because the tripod only goes so many directions. Take care, RJ12. You know, Jolly Roger, I was trying to figure that out if this is some. I've never seen this one before. This is a Omni. If you're not familiar, this is an Omni Air 7.6. I've never seen it before. It's never. It might have been here before, but I've never seen it. I really like the paint job a lot, though. I think it's really sweet. But if this is if this is a new paint job for them, I approve. I like it a lot. But it could also be something they bought and never repainted. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Sydney, but I think they scrapped that 747. I think it's gone. Yeah. It was broken down in 2022. And the only reason I remember that is because that one of the plane tag people where you can buy a luggage tag made from the skin of a plane is selling the skin off that. Yeah, Jolly Rogers, we get quite a few Omni Air, usually the 7.6s. They usually end up at Hickam, but the only ones I've ever seen have variations of that maroon paint job that has OAI on it. Yeah, OAI. Sydney, I don't know if he still does. He used to own a couple. In fact, he actually owned, for a long time, well, I don't know, a long time, a relative amount of time, he owned a P-51 Mustang. He named that P-51 Mustang Comfortably Numb. Ooh, Eham, you just made my day. But he called that Comfortably Numb, and when he sold it, the guy who bought it renamed it, so it's not named Comfortably Numb anymore. So this United has pushed back, but it's not showing up on my flight radar for some reason. So I'd love to tell you where it's going. I'm gonna bet it's going to, what is that? Let's say San Francisco. I'm gonna bet it's going to San Francisco. Of course, if I actually bet money on that, I would lose a lot of money all the time. Oh, okay, Brad. That makes sense that they go to Singapore every once in a while. Apparently I need to go to Singapore because I need some heavy maintenance done. Ugh. Oh, there he is. Thanks, Jolly Roger. I just saw that. Well, I saw it after you posted it, but yeah. Have you guys ever seen those old military or surplus ads in the back of magazines from the early 50s, mid 50s? All those popular mechanics magazines and stuff, they all had ads in the back where you could sell stuff. And people were selling P-51 Mustangs for like $500, and there was so many of those around. Like all kinds of stuff. Corsairs, P-51s, just in the back of like Popular Mechanics magazine. They were selling them dirt cheap, and now they're worth millions. He's he's at he's at the U-2 is at 49,000 feet, and he's descending. That's funny. Oh, sorry, I didn't. I forgot to say hello, Rainbow Love. But hello, Rainbow Love. Thanks for lurking. Yeah, didn't Omni used to do charters for uh what's the vacation? Vacations Hawaii. I think Omni used to. I don't know if they still do. They used to do charters for Vacations Hawaii, so you could fly on them and they dump you in the Cal in downtown. So this still doesn't have a call sign, does it? Let's see if I. Oh, it's back on my. I was right, San Francisco. Wait, did I? It depends on which one I was talking about. There's two Uniteds over there. There's this one, and then there's one over there somewhere. There it is. So let's go back to that map. So it's down to 41,000 feet. You know, legalized Shemp, I bet from that altitude he can, as long as the skies are clear enough, because there is a point. So legalized Shemp is asking in the chat if he could see all the Hawaiian Islands from there, and I would almost 100% guarantee he can, because there is a spot up here. So it's, wait, which one is it? It's, oh, right. I think it's this. I think it's this peak right here. I think it's this peak right here. On a very clear day, you are supposed to be able to see all the Hawaiian Islands from that peak. Of course, there's not an easy way to get up to that peak. It's a heck of a climb, but from up there, you're supposed to be able to see all the major islands. So, Niihau, Kauai, of course Oahu, Maui, Molokai, Lanai, and the Big Island. And I would say I haven't confirmed it, but I used to live in Makakilo. And I used to live right in here somewhere, right in that range behind those light towers there. Actually more, right in there. So above that light tower, I used to live up there many, many years ago. And I had a really great balcony view that I could see the entire southern half of the island from. And from right there, one day I could see all the island. I could see all the islands this direction. I couldn't see Kauai because I was on the other side of the ridge, but I could see all the islands on this side. I could see all the way to the peaks of the Big Island. I would, if I'm gonna bet, I'm gonna say the U-2 will land on this runway 8 left. That's 99% of the reason I'm down over here. The only time I've ever seen a U-2 use the reef runway is when 8 left was closed. They don't want to. They don't like. My assumption is they don't want it to taxi that far. That's a long taxi. So the U-2 is down to 25,000 feet, and he's halfway between here and Kauai. We also have Qantas coming up from the south. It should beat that U-2 here. Scott, does that mean you get off early today? That United that we saw a little bit ago is on the reef runway right now, so we should get its departure here in just a second. The Qantas with the One World livery should be our next arrival on 8 left, and then we should get the U-2 after that. So the United is waiting for, it looks like a Sky Courier to come in front of it, so it'll be departing here in just a second. This United here is heading off to Majuro, so that'll be going out to the reef runway as well. Hey, local boy 808's in the house. Hello. So if you haven't yet, now would be a great time to smash that like button. See if we can get a few more people in here before the U-2 arrival. That one is heading off to SFO. Now we have a 717 off the other runway that's about to leave. And then after this one, we should have Qantas coming in. Dragon 81, thank you. This one here is the Qantas coming in from Melbourne. The U-2 is now down to 9,000 feet. Oops. Thank you. No, it wasn't by accident that time. I was coughing and I didn't think you guys would appreciate me coughing in your ear. So I muted it and just forgot to unmute it. That was the flight heading off to Majuro. The U-2 is still off the coast, so we got a few minutes for that. Here. Right here. Okay. Why did my map reset? That's annoying. I finally figured out this map on ADSB Exchange. And there we go. It reset on me. The problem is when it gets really sunny, it's hard to read out here. Alright, that U-2 is about to cross over Koalina right now. Which almost 100% of the time means it's coming into 8 left, so we're good. I don't see the chase cars yet, but there's a hill at the end of the taxiway. They might be tucked behind that. So there's... Oh, that was awesome. I just heard him on the ATC. Yeah, see, this a hill right here that could be tucked behind, but I don't see them yet. I still don't have visual on him yet. He's very close. But he is also very tiny. Ah, there he is. I see him. He just turned on his landing light. Still quite a ways away to get a good shot of him. He's still 6 miles, maybe. He's far enough where I can't even see him with the naked eye yet. I had to use binoculars. If you're following along on the map, usually when they get to Iroquois Point is when I can get a good shot of them. And that's usually the heavies I can do that with. This guy is much tinier. How many other airports in the world can you get a U-2 and a A380 back to back on the same runway? Man, I cannot believe the morning we're having. Look at this. We have a U-2, an A380, a 747. Then we're going to get another 777 coming in. We have another Queen taxiing at the end of the runway. And we still have the U-2 sitting out there. You see the U-2 in the right side of this picture. And Queen in the background. So that Queen's going to head out to the reef runway. We'll get that one in just a minute. And lost in all of that action, all that amazing action of the last 10 minutes or so, is the A380 went all the way to Kilo. You guys notice that? A380s never go to Kilo. Well, I won't say never. Very rarely go to Kilo. The last time I saw an A380 go to Kilo was when we had the Qantas diversion in here several months ago. Usually they turn left at Echo, maybe Sierra. They never go to Kilo. So we missed Christine Barnes. Woohoo, a U-2. 14 months at the 717 level. Thank you very much, Christine. Sure are taking a long time to get this U-2 in. Still sitting there off Sierra. That's why the... I think that's why the A380 went all the way to Kilo. Yes, Mike. So the Atlas we saw going out to the reef runway, I believe, is third for departure from right now. We're going to hang on the U-2 though to see what it's doing. So yeah, we'll take the Queen when it starts to depart, but we'll skip the 737 in front of it. Now the weird thing was, he was told to take Echo, the A380, but he requested Kilo, so it might not have been the U-2 in the way, but I don't know. So the difference is if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, and most of the time I don't know what the heck I'm talking about either, so it's okay. Echo, Sierra, and Kilo are taxiways off of 8 left. So it just depends on how far. Echo is about halfway down. Sierra is a little closer. Kilo is much closer to us. So it is closer to 4 right and 4 left. So it's a lot closer to us. That's why today the A380 looked a lot closer. Okay, we got one 737 departing, and then we'll have the Queen off the reef runway. So they pushed it. Did they push it back? I wonder if they're having a time. All right, Mick. That's actually a U-2 pun that made me laugh. Thank you. Oh, there it goes. Maybe he just wanted to give everyone a view of the U-2. And that's also the first time I remember hearing the U-2 pilot on the ATC channel. I don't ever remember hearing that. Usually with the military, on the channels I listen to, you don't hear them. Thanks, Lance. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. I'll be right back.
Honolulu Tower, helicopter 7158 here at Port Island, ready for takeoff.
So thanks everyone for being here today. If you don't know who I am or where we are, my name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops. We're an aviation and tomfoolery channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. That's where we're located right now. It's about 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu on the south shore of the island of Oahu. Somewhere in the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago, somewhere 6 hours from anywhere in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So if you're wondering why there's a U-2 landing at a public airport, it's because they share the runways with Hickam Air Force Base, which is right immediately to the west of the airport. It is part of Joint Base Pearl Harbor. So it has Air Force and Air Guard base there. So we had 22s and 17s and 135s all stationed there, but we get a lot of other stuff in and out. Hopefully we're gonna get another one of those U-2s before the end of the show if it's that doesn't look very compliant. Driving down the road on the Tommy Gate. Not very OSHA compliant, but hey, who am I to judge? So we usually do 2 shows during the week and then a weekday show, so 3 shows total a week. We usually do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Saturday's our longest show because I have to get to work today. So we're gonna run through about another hour or so today. Thanks everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Maybe hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That would help me out a lot. We're trying to get to 100,000, but we're a long way away. So any little bit helps if you hit that subscribe button. There's also a couple other ways you can help out the channel. There's membership levels available. There's 4 different membership levels available, starting at just $1.99 a month. You hit that join button underneath your video. For people who are on an iOS device, I think you have to open up the video in Safari or click the link in my About Me page. There's a PayPal link somewhere in the description if you're used to using the PayPal link. I had to change that. Oh, there we go. We have a person who joined the Reverse Ops Ohana right there. Thank you very much. But I had to change the PayPal link to get the notifications to work on the screen. So now I think if you donate via PayPal now, I think the your name will now appear on the screen. I think I fixed that. Hopefully. We also have a merch shop. T-shirts, hats, hoodies, mugs, stickers. That's at reverseopsshop.com. And if all the stuff I said was just a little too much and I was going a little too fast and you didn't have your pen ready, the easiest way to find all the stuff is just to go to reverseops.com/findme. That takes you to all the stuff I just mentioned, plus it takes you to all the social media accounts. The Instagram, the Facebook, and Discord. Have United pushing back right there. I believe that's the LAX flight. But if you could just hit that like button, that above all else, that really helps out a lot. The monetary does stuff to help keep the channel going, but if you can't do that, just hit the like button. I really appreciate it. But most of all, thanks everyone for being here. Hope you're having a good time. Like I said, we have about another hour left or so, and then I have to get off to work. Over here that just came in right here popped up on flight radar for a half second. It said it was his departure time is scheduled for 9:30. Extremely quick turnaround. Hopefully that's the case. I think we still have one plane coming in. I thought we had one more UPS plane coming. We're going to get one more departure. Because the Sydney flight should leave before we're off the air today. So hopefully we'll get that. Brandon, you scared me the other day with something you said. You said just keep using the sim until they cut it off. Well, that got me paranoid to use it during a stream, because if they cut it off in the middle of the stream, it kind of screws everything up. So I have not used it in the stream yet. I've tested it and it seems to work, but you scared me by saying they may cut it off. Delayed 45 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Alright, well, we got one. I can't really complain about that. 757 is, let's say it started to move. That is heading off to LA with the extra X. And the atmosphere is a little bit again. Good news for that. All right, Brandon. Maybe we'll throw it in as the second sim and see what happens. Well, today I have a hard out of 9:45. I gotta, unless an SR-71 and a Concorde are showing up, I have a hard out of 9:45. Unfortunately today. Because I have a very important meeting right when I get into work today, so I can't be late for it. Yeah, so this one, Corey here. Let's see, where is that? This one here. This is the Omni Air in a paint job livery I've never seen before. So it's an Omni 7.6, but I've never seen this livery before. So I don't know if it's something they're changing to, or they bought an aircraft and didn't repaint it yet. I don't know. But it's listed as an Omni Air. Next flight in is coming in from Tokyo. It's a 330. It's a Hawaiian 330. It's almost here. Yeah, Corey, that NASA UR2 is on. It's on my bucket list. I see it all the time on the spotters groups, but I think that's one of those ones you just got to be super lucky. Yeah, Ian, it's shoot, I looked it up earlier. It's N4532 something. Hold on, so I'll go over there in a second. N532 something. So let's see if we can see that red. It's a little heat hazy now. Hope you can read that. 423. Sorry, it's close. Got my numbers backwards. I believe it's N423AX. If hopefully I can read that. Hopefully that's what I'm getting. Yeah, Corey, I've only seen that Omega 707 once here. I've seen their DC-10 several times. In fact, we caught their DC-10 a couple of weeks ago. Alright, so that United is almost down to the reef runway. Be nice if my flight Wi-Fi off. Back to that. Alright, that Sydney flight, that Sydney UPS flight has pushed back. Over there. We had 3 tails over there a second ago. So the UPS has pushed. The other day when we were here, what was that, Monday? No. No, we were up here on Monday. Maybe it was Saturday's show. They were bringing the... That's something you don't see very often in Hawaii. There was a whole truck full of cows. I wonder if they're going on a plane somewhere. It's the only reason they'd go down there. I was telling that story, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, that smells like bull poop. And sure enough, I turn around and there's a bunch of cows behind me. But we had the, I guess it had to be last Saturday when we were down at the other end. The Queens came down past the Lagoon Drive parking lot for the first time in a month and a half or 2 months. But the Queen we saw leave earlier, the UPS Queen we saw leave earlier, it went around Bravo. So I guess the taxiways are closed again today. Morning, Kurt. They gotta be, if they're going down there, they gotta be going on a plane. I wonder what plane they're going. I wonder if the Coletta down there is gonna take them somewhere. Coletta does a bunch of horses. I don't know if they do cattle. Hello, Aviation number 1. Ooh, Wales, one of my favorite countries. Yep, they're bringing it around this way again. I don't know if Wales is my favorite country because it's so beautiful and I love going there, or because it has the mountains. I don't know. I need to find a way. Every time I go to the Mach Loop, it's super cold. I need to find a way to go to the Mach Loop when it's warm. Beef, that sounds really disgusting, Mick T. Yeah, I've been to Wales 4 times in my life, and I've enjoyed all 4 times. The last 3 times we did get to go to the Mach Loop, so that really amped up my enjoyment. So if you're not familiar, the Mach Loop that I'm talking about is an area in North Wales in the Snowdonia Mountains where they have designated low-flying areas. This LAF-7. There's a bunch of low-flying areas, but the Mach Loop's pretty cool. It has a couple of different peaks that you can go and stand on the top of and watch planes go underneath you. So you have, usually I go to CAD, where I go to CAD East or West. I've live streamed from there a couple times. Last time we live streamed there, we got F-16s and we had an A400 go completely underneath us from CAD East. It was pretty awesome. Oh, thanks, Kurt. Another quad jet to the refrunway. Another quad jet heading out to the refrunway. So we'll have the Queen and a Moose heading down there. So how does the stream look today? I know it's really very heat hazy today. How does the stream look today? Does it look better? The panning shots look better? I've been doing some tweaking on the encode settings. And I think I was able to tweak it enough where I could bump it up to 1080 60. I had been shooting at 1080 30, but I was able to tweak some of the settings. We should be going 1080 60 today, 1080 60 frames a second. So I don't know if you'll be able to tell with all the heat haze, but we'll see. So our good friend Jonathan McD, who gifted another reverse ops membership. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Weldman, is that what it says? I can't read it. My screen is not cooperating. But I think that's correct. Has been gifted that membership. So please join me in thanking our good friend Jonathan McD. Another C-17 on the Hickam ramp that is also lit up, so hopefully we'll get both of those. Oh, the package is off center, but other than that, I need to move that. That package is a little off center, but oh, okay, Deborah. Oh, that's easy. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Rainbow Love, our good friend and Triple Threat mod. Rainbow Love has gifted one reverse ops membership. So please join me in thanking Rainbow Love. You can find her here lurking on YouTube and Discord and our Facebook group. Thank you very much, Rainbow Love. So as you can tell, not only did I say I tweaked the frames per second a little bit, I also added some of the notifications like that one there. We have a two Deborah. Is that? What is that? We have a Deborah and a Deborah and a Deborah. That's funny. Oh, as I'm talking, I'm missing. thank you, Jane 2. Jane 2 has gifted 1 reverse mops membership, and Deborah is the recipient, so please join me in thanking Jane 2. And Luke is also a guest somewhere. It's good to be here. Glad to be part of the team. Thank you very much. Oh, it's a membership anniversary, I see. Okay. Thank you very much, Jane. 8 right, clear for takeoff on the 7-4. He's not quite turned yet. Thank you very much, Sydney. Our good friend and mod is gifted 1 reverse ops membership. Looks like Aline was gifted that membership, so just please join me in thanking Sydney. Have one coming in on 8 left. I'm gonna show you this one. We'll get back. That queen should be leaving any second now. This looks like it. It's coming in from Tokyo. Take care, Jolly Roger. We'll see you next time. So let's go get that queen. Hi, this is Aloha Air Cargo. It's coming in from Lehue. See if we can see anything up with that Queen over here. It's scheduled for departure, I believe, 9:30. Looks like they're still have the stairs. Maybe there's the stairs on the other side. It might be still refueling too. I see a truck on the wing. Alright, next one is going to come in probably right next to this Queen here is a triple coming in from Cincinnati. It's a DHL that is co-branded with Singapore Airlines. It's right here. Ooh, a C5 departing in 20 minutes. Hopefully that's an actual 20 minutes, not a military 20 minutes. People who like being on time, they like to stretch stuff. That would put us right in the window. We got about another, let's see, 35 minutes or 34 minutes. Yeah, Kathy, that's my favorite shot out here is when we're lucky enough to get the Queen going through the palm trees. I love that. Yes, that is a, it is a, most likely it's a cargo. Let's see. Yes, it is a cargo. They do have passenger varieties of the 7.4, but it's the 400, I believe, are all the passenger ones. I don't remember if this is one of the ones operated by. Some of these are operated by Qantas, so they show up as a Qantas flight number. Yes, so if you look down there, you'll see that 74400. That's a Qantas flight number. Ooh, Dragon 72, northeast of Honolulu. All right. Yeah, it's so nice when they put these on flight radar. So nicely. Our second DHL 777 is coming in. It's coming in from LA. It's about 3 minutes out, so we're gonna have a pair of the peeled bananas. So there's that Singapore. It's about 5 down on the top half. And there's Zip Air on the bottom. Ooh, the 757 scheduled to go to Wake Island. Interesting. Was it Ella? Yeah, we get Ella. We get 2 of these a day usually, most days, and they are DHL packages, but the plane is operated by Singapore Airlines. In fact, their ground crew here that unloads the plane are all Singapore Airlines employees. I don't know about all of them, but at least some of them are Singapore Airlines employees. I met the crew chief over there a couple of months ago, and he was telling me that about 2 years ago we had a Singapore Airline A350-900 divert into here, and he got called back that day to work that flight. So. Now 45 out, hopefully, oh geez, 45 out might be too late. 45 out puts it right at 10 o'clock. Let's see, our meeting starts at 10:30. We'll see. Well, Kathy, in about 3 minutes, you're going to be able to say you saw your second one, because there's another one coming in right behind it that's going to look exactly like that one, except for it's coming from LA with the extra X. So it is on the downwind now. It will be making a U-turn here in a second, coming back up towards us. I don't miss that smell there. You guys can't smell it, but that smell there from the cattle truck, I don't miss that at all. That was a smell you'd smell a lot in Texas. Driving down the road and the farm to market roads, and the wind would shift the wrong direction and your car would be full of the smell. Don't miss that at all. Still an hour out, okay. Wait, when you say U-2s, so there's 2 more coming? Alright, thanks again, Kelvin. If you weren't here earlier, Kelvin stopped by the truck. Our good friend Kelvin, he just stopped by the truck and dropped off some goodies for me. He dropped off a case of water, some Powerades, and some, most importantly, some Pop-Tarts. So thank you very much, Kelvin. I can't tell if your EHAM meant a U-2S or U-2s. Next one is Japan Air, Flight 74. It's a Dreamliner coming in from... Stefan, I don't know what to say. Mine's fairly accurate. It does, every once in a while it lets a plane sit there too long, but it's fairly accurate. There is there is probably a 30-second delay from what you're seeing on screen to what you're seeing in person on the app, so... Oh, sometimes. Just an idiot. Brandon, I've thought about that, but it would only really work while I'm here. So it would only feed while I'm here. And the spot I only really have a dead spot here is the end of the, well, the beginning of 8 right. That's where I have a big dead spot. Yeah, my house is in a valley, so it doesn't really work very well, Brandon. I've tried to receive up there just for myself, and it's very tricky. So the next one in on this runway is the second DHL Singapore Air triple. Yeah, our good friend Mike has an antenna. I think he has a couple, but I don't know how many other people do. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, I think if I put up a 75-foot tower in my backyard, well, I don't even think it would help. I'm deep in a valley, and my neighbors probably wouldn't like that. This is the reverse opposite, is very understanding about things. My neighbors are probably not as understanding. Hold on 1 second, guys. nice. Trying to figure out a way. It's getting very hot out here already. That's the problem when it gets to be towards the summer out here. The sun comes up much sooner, so it gets overhead much sooner. There's Zip Air. That's got a very quick turnaround, so it's heading out already. Livery on that 330 there. We've seen that several times in the show. They've taken some of the stickers off of it though, so. On this side, they've taken the rock sticker off. They just have Moana left. All right, take care, Scott. We'll see you next time. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think I can say it's looking like it's only going 250 miles an hour, and it's probably 100 miles out or so. Scott that hat but I still see the stairs. If I don't have the mic up, then there's no bad news, right? So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think we could stay for the U-2s. Unfortunately, with the day job, you gotta go. I wish I had the flexibility to stay out here forever, but you know how it is. If I don't go to my day job, they take away my house, so you gotta get there. So maybe one day, but not today. But hopefully, maybe we'll catch the departures during the Saturday show. Hopefully they're here longer than just a day. Maybe we'll catch them during the Saturday show. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stay today. This is probably about 25 minutes out still, and I've got to be out of here in 5 minutes. So. Zip Air is the next departure. Alright, this is United coming in from SFO. And you should see ATI heading off to Wake Island, crossing in the background. I think we're gonna call that ATI our last plane of the day because I don't think this Atlas is gonna go anywhere. I don't think this Atlas is going anywhere. It's gonna tug on it now. What's it doing? Still see the stairs. We're only a second into overtime. Yeah, I think we're gonna call the ATI our last plane of the day. Super bummed about the U-2s, but we got one this morning, so one is better than none. It's not as good as 3, but one is better than none. So, yeah, exactly, Brandon. So the ATI is almost down to the end of the runway, so we're gonna that'll be our last plane when we get out of here. I'm gonna start packing up a couple things early so we're not running too late. But a couple of reminders while we're waiting. Check out that reverse op shop at reverseopshop.com. Anything reverse ops related you can find at reverseops.com/findme. Nice, simple, easy to remember. reverseops.com/findme. All the socials, all the ways to support the channel. But the easiest way to support the channel is to hit that like button on your way out. Doesn't cost anything, but a couple little mouse movements. Really does help the channel. We'll be back here on Saturday morning. We have a slight schedule announcement on Saturday, so so be here for that. Not channel changing or super dramatic. I don't want to oversell it, but we're gonna announce something Saturday, slight tweak in the schedule. Take care, Nancy. We'll see you later. ATI is turned onto the runway. Right, here we go. Alright, thanks again everyone. It's been a lot of fun today. Caught some really cool stuff. We don't go anywhere because I might stay for Qantas. And Qantas is heading down the way it's on the move. So if this video ends about the time Qantas leaves, we're gonna hang out for Qantas. It's I believe it's the One World livery one. Yes, it's heading back to Melbourne, so hang out through the end. You never know what's gonna happen here on Reverse Ops. Definitely like to thank all my channel members. You guys really keep this thing afloat. I could not do this without you. Literally could not do this without you. Thanks for that, Rainbow Love. Thanks for being here, Josh. I'd like to thank my, definitely like to thank my Reverse Ops mods. I could not do this without them. Brad, Kirsten, Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Sydney, Josh, O'Malley, and Jane. Thanks for everything you do. Qantas is taking forever, so I can't stay for the Qantas. I didn't mean to tease you like that. But we'll be back on Saturday. Nice, bright and early. Everybody have a good rest of your week. We'll see you soon. Look out for this blazing sun. I'm out here like an idiot with an umbrella trying to stay cool. We'll see you all. Aloha, everyone.